Big news, AFTV are coming to Ghana. We are coming to Ghana in Africa between the 6th and 12th of February, and we're going to be meeting Ghanaian Arsenal fans and doing a watch party around the West Ham versus Arsenal football game. You do not want to miss this, so Ghana, get ready. We are coming. AFTV. Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with fans who be linked with January transfer move to Arsenal. Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that were linked with a January transfer move to Arsenal. Day 22 now of the January transfer window, and still no deals done yet by Arsenal. Will they do anything before the end of the transfer window? Am I sounding like a broken record at the moment? Because still nothing done. At the start of the window, we were talking about it. Need a striker. No striker yet. And it's not looking like at the moment we're going to get a striker. Need a midfielder, need a defender. No midfielder or defender yet. Will there be any movement on any of those two before the end of the transfer window? I think if there is going to be movement, and listen, don't discount it. We've seen how Mikel Arteta and Edu have moved in transfer windows before. If there is going to be any movement, it will be one of those two positions that Arsenal move on. And I do think it's going to be driven by how players are. What are the injuries like? You know what I mean? Is Partey ready to come back? How long till Timber comes back? Will he be back February? Will he be back late March? If he's going to be back late March, then maybe we need to go into the window and try and get some sort of fix. It all depends on a lot of factors, and a lot could still happen between now and the 31st of January when the transfer window closes. And the rumours are still piling in. Rayan Ait-Nouri of Wolverhampton Wanderers, I've spoken about him before on the show, still being linked with Arsenal. According to Football Insider, they claim that Arsenal and Liverpool are the two teams that are really, really interested in signing him. He's away at the African Cup of Nations at the moment. So again, would any deal be sort of possible? I mean, listen, you can still do a deal with someone who's away at the African Cup of Nations. He's away of Algeria. But could a deal be done? Or is it more likely looking like the summer? And for me, it more likely looks like the sort of player that they may look at in the summer. Still really young, 22, and he's been playing really, really well for Wolves. So Rayan Ait-Nouri, could that be an option for Arsenal before January, or is it somebody they're going to go in for in the summer? We've been linked with Matthijs de Ligt of Bayern Munich right throughout this transfer window. Constantly throughout this transfer window. But the manager of Bayern Munich, Thomas Tuchel, came out and said that they are not looking to sell Matthijs de Ligt this January. He said that, listen, he's a big part of the squad. They're not looking to sell him. All the rumours is that Matthijs de Ligt wants a move. He would like a move away from Bayern Munich. He went there, for big money. He's had two big moves since he's left Ajax, and he hasn't really hit it off, we have to say. And Bayern Munich will probably be looking to move him in the summer, probably not interested in letting him go right now. They've still got the league to fight for. They've still got the Champions League. But Tuchel's saying he's not going to go. But again, I expect this one to be one that will be really hot in the summer, that Arsenal could make a move for De Ligt to try and bring him into the Emirates. Manchester United, of course, with their manager Ten Hag, always going to be one of those teams that's also a favourite to sign him. But this January is looking very unlikely for De Ligt. Talking of defenders, Jakub Kiwior. Now, he's been subject to rumours right since the start of the transfer window with a move away. The several teams over in Italy really interested in him. Remember, that's where we got him from. Napoli was said to be the big club that were really, really interested in bringing Kiwior back to Italy. But now we're hearing it's really AC Milan are the team that are really at the forefront of this, and they could make a late bid for him in the transfer window to bring him back to Italy. And surely if they did do that and Arsenal did sell him, then they need to go and buy another player to replace him. And, that could be that sort of domino effect. It's Sky Sports in Italy that are reporting this, that AC Milan are looking at a possible bid for Jakub Kiwior. They seem to have 3 players on their short list of defenders that they're trying to get at the moment. Trevor Chalobah of Chelsea, who's hardly been playing for them, he's available. Clement Longley of Villa, and of course Jakub Kiwior. That's their short list. Personally, I don't think this is going to happen. The rumours are that Arsenal have already said to AC Milan that they don't want to sell him, but it depends how much. And it depends, do Arsenal want to say maybe cash in and go for somebody else? Who knows? But at the moment, Kiwior's staying put. It wouldn't make no sense for me right now. We saw on Saturday, Gabriel, who's been brilliant this season, and it's been that combination of Gabriel and Saliba all season, and it's been fantastic. But what if one of them gets injured? And as I said, so on Saturday, Gabriel had to come off. Is a bit of a worry. It turns out just to be a knock, but it just goes to show you need somebody who can fill in that area. So would it be a bit, crazy to sell Kiwior, because he's that sort of guy who can especially cover Gabriel's position on that left-hand side of the centre-back position. So I very much doubt it, but AC Milan still really interested in signing him. This is a really interesting one. Now, listen me out on this one. And it's not a direct link, but it's just something that personally I think Arsenal should explore this. Sergej Milinkovic-Savić, formerly of Lazio, he was brilliant over there. Surprisingly, in the summer, he went over to Saudi Arabia. He joined Al Hilal and has been playing for them over there. And he's been doing well. When you look at his stats, 16 appearances, 8 goals, 4 assists, same sort of thing he used to do in Italy. Scores goals, assists goals, a really, really good midfielder, box to box. Now, there's reports that he's unhappy in Saudi Arabia. Reports coming out saying that he was actually met the Lazio team at Riyadh Airport in Saudi Arabia at the weekend and told them that, he'd love to come back to Lazio and he really, really misses it there. And giving out that vibe that he's not too happy with the Saudi Arabia experiences. We've already seen, Jordan Henderson move back to the Europe. He's joined Ajax. We've seen, stories coming out from other players saying they're a little bit unhappy. It's not really been what they've expected. Listen, at the end of the day, and Ronaldo came out the other day and said that he thinks it's as good as the French league, but it doesn't have the same profile. And when you're a top player like Milinkovic-Savic and you're going to play in a league that's not of the level you've been in, all right, the money may be great and fantastic, but it's going to be a bit of a downer. It's not the same sort of attendances at games. And some of these players now are sort of having second thoughts, and he seems to be one of them. Now, could Arsenal go in and tempt a player like this back? He would be absolutely perfect, in my opinion, as a replacement for Granit Xhaka, who we've really missed this season. He would slot in perfectly into that role. Listen, it's just me saying this. This is not an actual rumour that's out there at the moment. But if a player like Milinkovic-Savic is unhappy, Arsenal should be exploring this. They should be, even, is there some sort of loan deal they can do? I mean, listen, he'll be on huge wages over there in Saudi Arabia. But is there something Arsenal could do? Because to me, I wanted Arsenal to get this player in the summer. 28, so still a good age. Imagine a midfield with Milinkovic-Savic and Declan Rice in it and Odegaard. I mean, that would be brilliant. But it's just me putting it forward there. I want to know what you guys think of this. What do you guys think of that? Should be this the sort of deal that Arsenal are trying to explore? And last rumour here, this one comes from an outlet called Fidgelis. They're saying that Arsenal are one of several clubs, which the clubs they've named are Arsenal, Liverpool and Spurs, that are looking at signing Leroy Sane. Of course, formerly of Manchester City, he moved back over to Germany and joined Bayern Munich. And after a bit of a slow start, he started to do really well over there as well. 17 appearances this season, 8 goals and 10 assists. That's very, very impressive indeed. Sane, though, his contract is starting to run down. His contract expires in 2025. hasn't signed a new deal yet. Is this something that Arsenal could get done? Bayern Munich wouldn't want to sell him. He's been a really important part of their team this season, and his sort of link-up play with Harry Kane has been devastating for most of the season. But could Arsenal make a move for Leroy Sane? Again, this doesn't seem like a January signing to me. Absolutely no way. But could this be something that could happen in the summer? 28 now, Leroy Sane. Just turned 28, but 28 years of age, very experienced, played in the league with Man City, won titles with them. Sane and Saka options out wide on the wing. I mean, that would be brilliant, wouldn't it? But I think we're going to have to wait till summer to hear anything about that. But his contract expiring in 2025, so that will be a rumour that we'll hear a lot about, I think, come the summer. But January, I feel very unlikely. So those are the rumours for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out all of our brilliant content over here on AFTV. Also, check out our parent channel, DR Sports. Was over in Qatar last week. Some brilliant videos over there for Best of Enemies. So make sure you check that out as well over on DR. And thanks for watching. I will be back tomorrow with another Transfer Daily.